everyone. Welcome to Hoodville. I am your person, Heather from the Hood. And we got a special guest star today. Man, am I honored. Thank you so much. So much. We have Sue Smith here, the famous Sue Smith.
Not that
Thank you for
famous.
coming, my friend. Thank you. I
You're
cannot thank
very,
you enough.
you're very welcome. No problem.
Did you see I added to the tower? Have you noticed? I got Oprah now. I got Tyler Perry. And I got 4 floors reserved for Megs in the tower.
No,
in The Shining.
I hadn't noticed that, but that's really good, actually. I like that.
It keeps growing. It keeps growing. I just
Oh my
asked for
goodness.
ideas. If you got ideas, bring them on down here. Well,
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
thank you enough for being here. And it's been a morning.
Yes, it has, for sure. Definitely been a morning. It's snowing here. It's like it's not stopping. They're calling for 4 to 7 inches, and you have to remember that where I live in the South, we don't have the equipment to remove snow and ice. So we are literally trapped in the house, and we're waiting for the power to go out because every time there's a storm of any kind, we lose power out here. So I'm guessing the power is going to go soon. We have our generator ready to go. So if I suddenly pop off, that means the power went.
Well, the Canadian can come help you. I'll bring a bunch of salt.
We have nothing, and the poor dog won't go out.
No, it's cold out there. It's cold.
It is cold. It's very
dog's
cold.
Probably like, what the hell's going on?
It's unnatural here. This is not. The last time it snowed like this was I remember it was back in the 80s, like 87, 88. It's been away. It's been a time. Yeah.
Holy Hannah. Well, we'll say hi to our friends here in the side chat. Oh,
hi everybody.
Hey,
Michelle.
Here.
Hey, Michelle.
How are you doing, doll face? Oh, thanks for coming to support everybody. Good morning, everybody. Well, how excited are you, my friend? Now,
for the snow or what?
Well, for this gong show we call Megs and Harry. Dear
oh my God.
Lord.
Oh my God. It's enough to give you a migraine. I'm telling you.
You got to give it to her, man. She keeps coming back. She just like, what's that? Like the fat always rises to the top, or the cream rises to the top. Like she's the cat that came back. Can't get rid of her. She's like glitter.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere anytime soon.
So, just in case, you need some ideas for Valentine's Day, Duchess Delulu. See, and I have a theory on this.
Okay.
I think all this stuff now is coming out to take the heat off Harry and that lawsuit.
I tend to agree with you because I firmly believe that he's going to lose. He's going to lose the lawsuit. That's very obvious, and he's going to be on the hook for millions upon millions. The judge warned him, you could be on the hook for $38 million. You might not want to do this. He's already had half of his witnesses recant, but that's Harry. So he's going ahead. I think he's going to lose. He brought up a lot of stuff in his case that was completely irrelevant. You made my wife's life a misery. That's got nothing to do with the case. He brought up his mother. That's got nothing to do with the case. Nothing at all. I mean, it's the same blah, blah, blah. And I personally believe he's going to fail.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's going to get his security back, though. I've been saying this since last year. They're moving back to England. They're going back.
I don't believe that. I do believe he will go back to England, which is why he's created this new award scheme. I mean, if it means so much, why not have it in the United States? But no, he's having it in London in September. And he's doing that instead of at the same time as Invictus, instead of not having it wherever Invictus is going to be. At the same time, these athletes are going to have to come up with money and show up again for yet another awards, whatever. And I believe this is a greasy palm thing because he's made sure that he's on the board of whoever decides to get the award. Pay me some money and I'll make sure you win one of the 5 categories. The guy he's typical and it's so obvious.
That's snake oil salesman
Sleazy.
stuff.
It's sleazy.
It's
You're right.
sleazy. It is. It
It is
is.
sleazy.
But see, what I find funny with Duchess Delulu there, she had she dropped something, oh, her jam this week, and then she
Mhm.
did an announcement about the chocolate,
Mhm.
and then this morning, oh, get excited, everybody, you too can buy the chocolate. Now, I have to apologize to everybody if you're new here, I can't work the computer to save my life. So, please, just, bear with me here.
Take your time.
So, it's sold out. You guys are out of luck. Too bad for you.
Oh, because there were only
Oh,
50 bars.
sad panda. Can you see this on the screen? Because once I do this, I can't see
Yes.
you guys. Okay.
Yes, we see it on the screen.
Okay. 4 handcrafted chocolate bars inspired by fruit, florals, and stopping to savor something sweet. Oh, dear God. Look, it looks like a puzzle.
It's a love
With
letter in chocolate.
See, I was right. I called strawberry. I said she was going to have a strawberry chocolate.
Too
See?
expensive. It's too
Oh my gosh. Does
expensive.
it say how much?
You know what I think she's doing, and I've said this before. I honestly believe that what she's doing is she's got this jam or jelly or spread, whatever the hell it is, and it's going to expire soon. You know, you have to use by dates, and so
Right.
she dumps it into the chocolate. Boof, it's gone. And then she packages and she sends it. The white chocolate, Michelle from Royal Daily Tea did a taste testing on it. She said it smelled like hay. Um, you know, it's you make like 50 chocolate bars, you package them, and then you sell them. Notice she never gives us the numbers of how much the
Right.
sold out stuff is because it's not really sold out. It's not, this whole thing is fake. You would think that she understands why doesn't she understand that the average person's not an idiot and we know what she's doing? I
Oh,
don't get it.
geez.
I just
Well,
don't get
because,
it.
well, duh, because she likes to rewrite history and thinks that we're all in a fever dream,
You know, she thinks we're
right?
stupid.
Well, because she believes her lies, therefore we have to believe her lies, right? Like,
No, it's she's an idiot. Listen, this
oh,
stuff is not selling well. Don't forget that when she makes people are like, "Oh, she's got $26 million in stock." No, she really doesn't. That's the white labeled stuff. That's how much is available at the white label company. Like the tea comes from the same place where the Bridgerton tea comes from, which is
yeah,
associated with Netflix. It's not her stock. You order the tea, they put it in the package for her and ship it out. If you were to order that same tea through Bridgerton, you would get the same tea just in a different package. So with a
right.
different price. Um,
$185. Who the hell bought that?
that's why I'm saying I don't think there was a lot. Not that doesn't include the shipping
So $200.
for 4 chocolate bars.
Oh, and you get a candle. Oh, see, she does listen to me because I said make a package. Here it is. You ask, you shall receive. Candles. Looks like couple spreads, teas, flower sprinkles. You get the whole collection. Everything she owns for $185. I bet you didn't even get a deal.
It's there's nothing special about her stuff. I haven't seen anything that says go buy it. I haven't even bought one of her things to taste test. I haven't even been interested. I'm letting other people taste test. The Daily Mail taste tested. They said her stuff was runny. It was nasty. It left, the alcohol left a bad taste in the. You probably didn't see it. We did a live with Michelle and Resting Delvace and the Sidleys, and we read off the report of the taste testing of her wine. And what it said was that it left a bad taste in the back of the throat. And so I have no interest in buying any of her stuff.
I can't. I'm Canadian. She isn't like us, right?
She can't ship out of the country. She can't ship out of the United States at this time. Now, of course, she claims that people in the UK, people in the United States are ordering and then shipping it to the It doesn't work that way. It still has to go through checks. It still has to go through immigration. It still has to. It's not working that way, guys. It's just not.
I bet, and I'm not political, but there's a thing called like REMS with Arifs, and I don't even know if I could get it. I don't even know if you could get across the border
Probably not.
without paying like harsh like duty or something on it, right? Like, no thanks.
It's like when you come into the country here, Or when you go to, I don't know, Australia, you can't bring certain food items. There are things you can't bring. Even
Yep.
if they're dried, you can't bring them because it hurts the ecosystem of that country. So her whole thing about I'm sending the money, I'm buying these items. I don't believe it. That's just my personal opinion. I don't believe her.
That's going to be my new tagline, can't buy it because it hurts Canada's ecosystem.
I don't believe her. I just don't believe her. And that's my personal opinion. I don't
Yeah,
believe.
no, I believe your personal opinion. I just think it's funny because who are these people buying this stuff? I can't believe she's been in business this long because really honestly, I said this year, like I will admit when I'm wrong. It's not often, but here we are. I said 2026 we will never hear of as ever. And now though with this court, and if H is going to be on the hook for that many zeros, she better be schlepping a lot of this jam.
Yeah.
What was it, $30 million? That's a lot of money.
Well, like I said, I don't think it's her jam. I think there is a spread. There's spreads, not jam or jelly, and I think that they are made en masse. And I think that when an order comes through, they throw some in a jar. I don't think she has millions of dollars worth of stock sitting around. I do think she has some stock sitting around, but the stock that's sitting around is probably getting ready to expire, which is why she's dumping it in the chocolate now because she got to do something with it before it expires.
Right? Well, it was so funny because I was live the other day and Nancy Sidley was in here.
Yeah.
And so shout out to Nancy. Thank you very much. And she was at the airport and she's like, nope, there's no as ever wine here. There's no, like, it was so, like, she was doing like commentary. It was great.
She's so funny.
Right?
I love her.
It was so fun. Yeah, no, she's lovely. She's nice.
She is. She's a lot of fun.
But so like, what's your thoughts then with the security then with H?
With Ravik?
Yes.
Well,
because I thought we were supposed to hear, isn't today the 31st?
Today is January 31st, but they haven't made a decision. Here's my personal opinion. This is just my personal opinion on this. They tried to claim a New York car chase, which in Manhattan, which anybody who's been in Manhattan knows you can't do a high-speed car chase. There's a reason why it's called gridlock traffic. There was no high-speed car chase. Nobody was ever arrested. And I remember he threatened to sick Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, on the governor of New York if they didn't do something. Nothing happened. That was a setup. Then now they're claiming that this stalker, Pisa de Toro, is mentally unwell and is stalking him and going places. The thing is, she lives in London. She was and I showed this in a video the other day, and I think this will be in Monday's video also. She showed up at One Young World. She was there outside wearing camouflage. St. Peter's Cathedral, when they had the 10-year anniversary, you had to go in by invitation. There's a picture of her inside with the program in her hand. She was invited in. There's pictures of her in Germany, at Invictus in Germany, pictures with Chris Ship and Omid Scobie and even Harry. That's a restricted area. How did she get into the restricted area to take pictures with these people if she wasn't invited in? Then they went to Nigeria. She was there in Nigeria, and Harry was taken under guard to this area, which is considered a no-go area because it's so violent. But he was taken under, like there were army guys in camouflage surrounding him as they walked him into this military hospital with Meeson Harriman to take those pictures. There's pictures of her in the same hospital. How did she get there? That was a restricted area, and she was taken in. So how did she get to that area? Get what I'm saying? And then when they were at the last Invictus Games in Canada, she was sitting 2 rows behind Meghan. There she is sitting there. She's been on the payroll. And you have to understand that Harry and Meghan were asked several years ago, they called a Sussex Squad member to thank her for something. And it came out that the Sussex Squad member had been putting up horrible tweets about Catherine. She was an online bully. And when they were asked about her, instead of saying, you know what, we wish people wouldn't do that. That's, my brother and my niece and my nephew, and let's not do this. They said, no comment. And they have never commented on any of the Sussex Squad activities. And when they've been specifically asked directly, their response has been, no comment. You can't comment on them when they are on your payroll. And we even have tweets from the Sussex squad where they say they're getting their checks coming. You're getting a bonus this month. This, that, the other. This is all going to come out if Samantha Markle's case goes forward. All of this is going to come out in that case. Every bit of it. So, and I'll be bringing my tweets along for the court case. So,
yeah, I don't want to ask you too much because it's court, and I don't want to.
I'm listed as a witness. If it goes to court, I can't talk about what I'm going to say in court. I'm simply saying that if she goes to court, we're
going to have a firsthand
experience, because the reason that this whole thing is going to court is because Meghan lied about Samantha. And what they're saying is each statement individually is not that bad, but when you put them all together, it's pretty bad. And here you had somebody that they hired who was in their Netflix docuseries who claims that she was the target of online bullies. And then you've got 5 or 6 YouTubers, big YouTubers, who can all prove that they were bullied online, doxxed, had their children doxxed, had their address, everything from the same person who was on the Netflix documentary whining about Meghan being attacked online. And that's all going to come out if Samantha goes forward, if her case gets to go forward.
So I have a question.
Yes.
With this new Tom Bower book, now I'm not going to lie and read the first one, but this new book the last book I read was The Outsiders. It's supposed to be pretty damning. Now, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, so sorry. This stalker person who would be a fan, who's getting into court. Now, I can just say where I live. I live in Canada. I've been to court. When you walk into court, there's these really big guys called sheriffs.
Correct.
And there's metal detectors, and they have pew-pews in the side of them. You don't mess with these people.
Correct.
I would think that if this girl was a stalker and you got a prince there, I don't know, pulling something out of the air here, that security would be on heightened more of alert. Like there's phases, just like working in a hospital, cold, red, cold, blue, cold, yellow, all this stuff, right?
Right.
Wouldn't it be on like the top of totem pole for security? Now you're saying you got a stalker sent behind you. You're telling me nobody can make her leave?
That's what they said, is that it's a public building and there were no police there. So there was nothing they could do. And she was sitting a few rows behind Harry while he gave evidence, and he was in danger. It's like, your security's in the room. You're not in danger. I'm, every time I think about this, what it comes down to is Harry could have led a private life, the one that he keeps whining that he wants. He didn't have to do a Netflix docuseries, The Me You Can't See. He didn't have to give an interview with Michael Strahan, an interview with Tom Bower, multiple interviews with Tom Bower, an interview with Anderson Cooper, an interview with Hoda, an interview. I mean, Stephen Colbert show. Yeah. I mean, this man who's and everything, he's whining and crying about not getting privacy and how everybody's monetized his life. But the truth is, the person that's monetized himself, him the most, is himself. He's a hypocrite. He expects the UK taxpayer to pay for his security, even though he doesn't work for the government anymore and he does nothing for the UK. However, in his last interview with the BBC, after he lost his security case, and he said, I'm not going to fight this anymore because life is too precious, and now he's fighting again. He said, I'm still working for the government. I've been working for them for 36 years and I'm still representing them. That's what he said. So in his own brain, he's been working for the government, since he was 4 years old, and he's still representing the government in his own sick little drug twisted mind.
You're doing a bang up job there, pal.
Calling the UK racist, unconscious bias. I mean, he knew what was going around after the Oprah show. He could have corrected the narrative. Instead, he waited 3 years later to claim that he never called the family racist. It was really unconscious bias, which isn't true. And he's attacked his family. And then he says, oh, I did it in the most compassionate way possible, so there could be reconciliation and healing. Just that fact that they went on TV and attacked the family and thought that was going to give them what they wanted. And then when it didn't work, I want my family back. But if they won't reconcile, it's on them. And then I want my family back. I want my mother, my brother back. I want my father back. You shouldn't have crapped all over them. You crapped all over William, Catherine. You've crapped on their parenting. You said horrible things about your father, your stepmother. Your grandparents went to their graves with the name racist hanging over their heads. You tried to destroy your grandmother's life's work. What the hell did you think was going to happen?
Well, and that's it. And it's just to like Catherine being sick.
Yes.
Like seriously, like you have no shame. The woman's sick.
He has no shame.
Right? You want to be a chotch, like whatever. The guy's told chotch. But just to like, it's almost like then double down, you know,
Yes.
on a sick person, right?
Yes.
Like it's disgusting. It really is. Right.
I have a feeling that when the king passes and Harry returns for the funeral, that will be the last time you see Harry on any royal property or dealing with anybody from the royal family.
See, and I still say they're going back.
They can't go back to the royal family. The royal family will not accept them back. Harry, see, this is why Harry's pushing for it right now. He's pushing because he knows that once William's king, it's over. It's if he can't get his foot back in the door now, he'll never have his foot back in the door. And William has already said he is going to do what the other royal family did, and he's going to streamline the titles, which means that Eugenie and Beatrice are going to lose their princess titles and their HRH titles. Meghan's is going to lose her HRH title. Lily and Archie are going to lose their prince and princess and their HRH titles. They're all going to go. And the only people that will, I mean, okay, Edward and Andrew and Anne and King Charles, these are children of the Queen.
Right.
But the grandchildren, Edward and Sophie's children already said they don't want it. Anne's children don't have titles. Andrew's children are going to lose their titles. And Harry's children are going to lose their titles. As a matter of fact, they're saying that William is considering leaving Prince George with his title and putting the titles for Charlotte and Louis in abeyance until they're 18 and letting them decide on their own if they want to continue with the prince and princess titles. So if he does that, Harry and Meghan can't claim racism or, we're being attacked because Beatrice and Eugenie are having their titles removed. Anybody who is not a full-time working royal doesn't need a prince or princess title or an HRH.
Well, and the one thing that I love Anne. She'd put her in, she scares me.
Anne should have been king or queen.
Oh
queen.
My God.
Oh my God. She'd have been fabulous.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I'm not messing with her. Someone tried to kidnap her and she beat the crap out of him like Jackie Chan.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not getting out of the car. I saw that interview.
No.
I saw that interview. She was like, we had a discussion about whether or not I was going to go with him. And I told him I wasn't going.
Right. Yeah. She told him, all right. But that goes to show and her logical brain working.
Yes.
My kids don't need to live off this title.
Right.
They are not, in lack of better words, anything special. You got to make your way in life, man. And then you look at Meghan and Harry, who are on Oprah, crying that their kids are not going to get a title. Well, who cares? Welcome to the rest of the world.
Well, that was just one of the 17 lies that was proven to be a lie. She basically outed herself during the Oprah show when she said the George V or the George VI convention, when Charles becomes king, when Harry's father becomes king, the kids are automatically prince and princess. She already said that. And then she tried to lie and backtrack and said, but they wanted to change it for the kids. Well, who said that? I don't know. Did you ever find out? I don't know, because it was never going to be changed. She lied. She spewed a lot of lies.
Yes,
so
that is correct. And yet still here talking. I don't understand why they get so many chances to humiliate your family.
She's told so many lies, and the weird thing is, like the miscarriage, she's changed the story 3 or 4 times now. The birth of Archie, that's been The birth didn't happen the way they're saying it did. I'm telling you, as a nurse for 30 something years, 27 years in the ER, it didn't happen that way. The way they're saying. Supposedly she gave birth, had an epidural, and was in the bathtub with her epidural. You cannot get into the water with a tube in your spine. And then
Oh, I was just gonna say, because I didn't have an epidural, but all my friends did.
I did
And I was like, "Don't they
twice.
keep that in there?
Twice,
Like, don't
because
they
you
keep
can't
the
get in the
needle in
water
there?"
with an epidural. And then supposedly, allegedly, 2 hours after she delivered, her IV was out, her epidural was out, and she was back at Frogmore already. That's not possible. She couldn't
I'm told,
walk.
and I know for a fact, like, you're hooked up to a catheter,
You are,
right?
because you can't
So
pee, because
right, because you can't feel
your
anything.
bladder is paralyzed. Everything's paralyzed from the
Yeah,
chest
from
down.
the waist down.
So, and keep in mind also that Archie's birth certificate is the only birth certificate ever in royal history to be altered. So I still believe that they used a surrogate for Archie, in my opinion.
Well, what about the other one? If you used one,
I believe, and I know this is very unpopular, I believe she gave birth to the daughter, but I don't believe she gave birth to Archie. I know that's not the popular opinion, but she put a lot of weight on with the second baby, and it took her like 2,
mhm,
3 years to get the weight off using
yeah,
Ozempic and, whatever else
which is a whole nother
she
story.
had the Ozempic face. So,
Right.
um, but no, I don't believe she gave birth to the first child. We heard, oh, I couldn't do the Diana moment out front of the hospital because I would have blocked the emergency room. There is no emergency room in that hospital. Fergie did the moment out in front of that hospital. It's Portland. Um, the birth certificate was not signed off by the royal doctors. It wasn't even on official stationery. You can see the difference when you look at the two pictures. And she didn't give birth to that child. It doesn't matter if a surrogate was used, her egg and his sperm, it would still be genetically their child. But what the rule says is it has to be of the body. So if she didn't carry it,
Of the body.
the
You
ba-
have to push that
you have
baby
to
out,
push that
man.
baby out. And if you didn't, the
Yeah.
kid doesn't end up in the line of succession. And Harry's always whining about how it hurt his feelings that James Hewitt was accused of being his dad. And it was just terrible. But now he and Meghan have created this whole narrative around Archie. Nobody believes
Right.
that Archie was, that Meghan is Archie's mother.
Right.
So he's done to his kid the same thing that was done to him. I hope he's happy.
Well, the only thing that I ever said was when they came out and showed the baby and she was wearing white. And I'm like, who in their right mind, after you push out, I've had two babies, would wear white? I could barely stand.
And heels.
Oh, and heels.
No.
I no bueno.
Now, the other
Right?
thing is when Catherine did it out in front of the hospital, Catherine had her hair fixed and, but you could see the extra weight in Catherine's face.
Yeah.
You didn't see that in Meghan's face. And also there's that weird moment where Harry is pressing like this hard as he can on the blanket. Cause if it was one of those, the baby never moved, never blinked, never raised an arm, you didn't even see
Right.
breathing.
Didn't breathe.
No, you did see that with George, Charlotte, and
Oh,
Louis, but you didn't
yeah.
see that with Harry and Meghan's kid because I don't believe that was a real baby.
It's all such a tangled web. And honestly, I'm with you. You could shut all this down in a minute, but they like that. They feed off that because they're still being talked about.
Correct.
Right? So it keeps them on her, right? She likes being on the cover
They
of
don't
magazines.
care if it's positive or negative as long as they're
No.
being talked about.
Yeah, and then this plays into the narrative of Megsy. I'm the most hounded royal ever, right? So the more you keep the story going, or sources tell People Magazine something, the source, in my opinion, rhymes with Meghan. Like
The problem is Meghan doesn't take credit for anything. For instance, this cookie thing that they threw some money at, put their name on it, but they basically, if it gets bad reviews, it's not our film. We're simply hoping to support the film, even though they hijacked the whole movie premiere. It's just like the Netflix docuseries when Meghan said, this wasn't us. It was through the lens of Liz Garbus. It's not our. So if you don't like it or something's bad, it's not our responsibility. It is their responsibility. And even the Netflix series where they used the pictures from Harry Potter. or from,
Right. That
or
was funny.
I mean, or there was the girl that was, what was her name? She was going to court and they used pictures of her being chased down going to court. And then there was this one picture of Archie, it was a baby being held by a finger. And it supposedly that was Harry, but that was a stock photo we found out later on. I mean, everything is AI or stock. And that's leading, by the way, into the other thing that's coming out recently is that apparently Harry really wants the kids to still be completely private, and Meghan is putting them out more and more on social media because that's the last thing they have is the kids.
And
And
have you noticed you get to see a little bit more and more of that cheek? It has moved. Like we're almost at the mouth now. That's what I've noticed.
something's going on with the kids, and they don't want the children. I mean, one day Lily's hair is this long, the next day it's down to here, then the next day it's up to here. And that picture on the bridge, I found it very disconcerting. The way Meghan was grasping the kid's wrist, like stand still, and the way the hair was down, and she was like, like this to
Like
this with her
forehead to
daughter.
forehead. Yeah.
It was almost like she was like, for the love of freaking God, stand here.
Right.
And Harry needs a belt because once again, the kid that was throwing his arms around him was pulling his pants down. Do you know how many times I've seen that man's crack? It's like nobody's interested. Put a freaking belt on. If the kids exist, I feel terrible for them. I feel like they never leave the compound. They probably don't have friends. She uses those kids performatively, like when the dog died.
They are a seal
Right. Like when the
SeaWorld.
dog died and she had Lily,
Yeah.
she just happened to catch Lily walking into the kitchen and kissing the picture of Guy and walking off. She probably had Lily do that 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
Or when they were out watering the garden, it was a little disconcerting to me that she asked Archie if he wanted to water. And he goes, well, only if you want me to.
We picked up on that too. Like, I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what is this? Like, that's not what kids say. Kids don't go, well, only if you want me to.
Right. It's very like, I don't want to get yelled at.
Right. Exactly. Right? And I've had this discussion with, amongst the 6-pack. I've had this discussion before that.
Shout out 6-pack.
We'll have to make it a 7-pack, but it's a 6-pack. And the thing is, when they get their divorce, which sooner or later, this marriage is not going to last because you can tell Harry's getting more and more fed up as time goes on. He realizes he made a mistake, but he can't just say, oops, I made a mistake and go back to his family after his family tried to warn him. I have a feeling that when they separate, he's going to go for custody and she's going to go, Your Honor, he's on drugs. Your Honor, he's got severe mental health issues. Your Honor, I never left him home alone with the kids. There was always a nanny or my mother or me, but I never trusted him alone with the children. Don't give him custody.
I'm with you there. Now, just a little pivot to like that Tom Bauer book.
Yes.
Because apparently, so when you were talking about like the stalker or the fan.
Right.
Following them around and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that the same person that was at Invictus? Because I remember people yelling at him at Invictus, and I'm like, you're not Canadian. We don't do that.
Yes.
Right?
The same person.
Because now it's all kind of like clicking. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind.
Peace Aditoro. She went to Invictus in Canada. She was pictured behind Meghan. She went to Invictus in Germany. She was pictured with Harry. She was at their trip in Nigeria. She was seen at the one outside the One Young World. She's everywhere Harry and Meghan are, and she's inside secured areas. And how is she getting into those secured areas if she's not being given a pass to go in? She's a super fan, and they're using her to try. Yeah. They're using her to try to get security. I got to be honest. I don't think he's going to get it. Ravik is not going to give it to him. And that is going to blow everything because everything, I hope you realize everything hinges on this Ravik decision. Remember what Harry and Meghan said, we're going to go global. They want to go global and they expect wherever they are to pay for their security. If the UK gives them back their security.
Oh, they're going to be on world tour.
They'll be on world tours and everywhere they go is going to pay for their security.
Yeah.
So, and not to mention Harry's going to sue to get his money back for all the
Oh, they'll be living
lawsuits.
the life. They'll
Exactly.
be living the life.
Do I think that Ravik is going to take all of that into account? Yeah. Do I think Ravik is also going to take into account that he's earned in the last 5 years $60 million and he's giving millions of his own money now to charities in the UK? Do I think they're going to take that into account? Yeah. Do I think they're going to take into account that the UK taxpayer is going to be furious and this could have severe repercussions on the royal family because he's asking for more security than members of the royal family get. Princess Anne, and Prince Edward, and them, they don't get security unless they're working for the royal family. Unless they're on official duties, they don't get security. Harry's asking for as the same security the king's getting. That's what he's asking for. The same level that the king gets.
The level of delusion in these people's heads. I just got to pause. 62 people in the chat. Thank you very much. Please help your friend Heather from the Hood out. I'm almost there. I'm I passed Bon Jovi, but I'm still living on a prayer here. We're trying to get Heather to 1,000 subscribers. I think I need like 200 more.
You're going to make it. You're going to make it.
We can do it. We can do it. Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you very much. Sorry, Sue. Sorry.
I'm looking where you are. You're at 807 subscribers. You can do it.
We can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it. So yeah, no, I'm with you, right? I think he's going to get the security. I do.
I don't. I just feel like Ravik is going to take all of it all of it. It's not just a stalker. You have one stalker. I mean, even the Taliban said, we're not interested in him. He's married to Meghan. He's been suffering enough. I mean, he's created situations for himself. He's no better off than Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift gets security. They pay for all these people pay for their own security. He can pay for his own security. It's, I think Ravik is going to sit back and go, if we do this, people don't want to pay for the royals anymore. If we do this, this is going to happen. If we do this, he's going to sue. If we do this, we could have issues because he no longer represents the royal family of the UK. And he's going to go on these tours and he's going to get the royal treatment. That all has to be taken into consideration by Ravik. And I think the fact that Harry seems to be under the impression that if he says it and puts it out into the ethos, it will manifest. Right. Oh, I've been assured by an insider that I'm going to get my security. That's not possible. They haven't even finished yet. So, I mean, I honestly believe he's not going to get it. I don't believe he's going to get it, which means that Meghan will not be returning to the UK with the children because she doesn't think it's safe. Their global tours, unless these countries are willing to use their tax dollars for them, they're not going to happen. I'm
going to speak for Canada. No.
Yeah. I mean, listen, their lives right now, like look at Harry. Harry's going to be talking
at this. Royal, did you see that? I came up with even a really good phone number. I should be on their team, man. 1-800-RENT-A-ROYAL.
He's going to be giving a talk though at a convention about privacy. Like this man who's breached the privacy of Catherine by publishing text messages and who's released private conversations between him and his dad is going to lecture other people on privacy. Like what?
Yep. Right? Yeah. No, it was like, that's the one coming up in Washington, D.C., right? Like the security.
Yeah.
Did you read his bio? I'm not going to torture everyone.
I read it. It was disgusting.
I almost died. Oh my God. I'm like, am I having a stroke right now?
What has he done to make him? I'd like to know what his education is and what makes him an expert in these areas. Because if it's just sitting around listening to people, then I'm an expert in everything.
Right.
I mean,
see Jane run.
He doesn't. There's nothing great about this guy. He calls himself, okay, I'm a humanitarian. I call myself a humanitarian. I am a humanitarian who served people for 30 years, saving lives. He is a pampered jerk who admits to drug abuse. And I feel like the royal family kept what was really going on with Harry under wraps. Their PR machine did a really good job keeping it under wraps, but now it's coming out. It's coming out.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And that's the thing, like with the book, because when we were talking about the kids, there's no way they got away with that without someone else knowing in that someone's got to know. I'm not saying everyone knows, but somebody has to know something. And I think the one person who did is not here anymore unless we get the Ouija board out to ask. So I just don't see you could pull that one over on that person, right? And I'm not speaking against, I love Queen Elizabeth. I do. I named my dog after her. But I just don't think, there's no way she did not know.
I think the Queen was in a quandary what to do. Harry was like her favorite grandson. He was a beloved member of the family. She was hoping that Meghan would bring stability to his life, but I think everybody knew from the get-go that there was something wrong with Meghan. Everybody saw it. Everybody spotted it. The only person that didn't seem to, or who maybe spotted it but put it to the side, was Harry. I mean, he'd lost Chelsea. Chelsea was the love of his life. He lost Chelsea.
Mhm.
Chelsea's now living the life he wished he had. She's on like some deserted
Right.
island, doing her work from home. Cressida Bonus dumped him. She's now happily married with children of her own. And here's Harry, and they're all out of the spotlight having their nice private lives. And here's Harry.
Yeah.
But Meghan was the one person that could see that he was paranoid and had severe mental health issues, and she wasn't running because she thought he was worth billions upon millions upon
Right.
millions. She didn't realize that he got 2 or 3 million every year from Pa, and that was all they had. And she didn't really want to work for the royal family. All she had to do was go shake hands and cut ribbons. She wasn't interested.
Well, and she doesn't like people. I don't
No.
care. She doesn't like kids. You
No.
could see that in the Cookie Queen. I don't think she likes her own kids. She's not personable at all. And this goes into our next little segment here is, I will never understand how she got the totem pole confused, right? Like being a celebrity in Montecito trumps being a royal in her brain. I'm like, that's the reverse. People want to be a royal.
Because she's stupid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So now, though, you are, what's the word? Pariahs. I said when this whole birthday gate started, photo gate, Kardashian gate, I'm like, they're screwed. They are screwed. And sure enough, that the Kardashians, you can say what you want about them. They're no dummies.
They cannot.
They held
out.
those cards until they needed to play them.
She can't speak
And here
out
we go.
again. And she is now in the position the royal family was in. She can't speak out like the royal family couldn't, because if she goes up against the Kardashians, she's done in Hollywood. It's over. And also notice when Kim Kardashian came out, she made it very well understood that the only person in the family who's friends with Meghan, has a sweet little friendship with Meghan, is Kris Jenner.
Right.
Kim and Khloe and the other girls, they have nothing to do with Meghan. And I think she tried to get in there, and I think they got a idea of her and they weren't letting her in. They're not helping her. And I think Photogate, especially when Meghan lied and said she signed a box that said no photos. The truth is she didn't. She went to the baby to baby thing, but that was charity, so that was okay. It was Poppy Day. It was Remembrance Day. Harry knew what it was. The pictures online look terrible. He's drunk. He's looking at Kim Kardashian's breasts as he's walking up to her. The whole scene just looked terrible.
Yeah.
And Meghan's outfit looked terrible. The top and bottom didn't match.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Looked terrible. Yeah, they're done.
Right? Sorry. I think they're sunk. And it's a good thing that she got that little cameo in that Amazon movie. I got money on. They're going to edit her out now.
I think they are too. I think they are too.
I have money on it. I know I'm right.
I heard them say she didn't do a very good job. She wasn't. She was very wooden, and her acting skills weren't that great.
Because really, it's a cameo. It could be 30 seconds. It could be 2 minutes. That's not going to change. You can swap any famous person and put them in there. It's not going to change the storyline, right? So I think, and because it's Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon, who's buddies with the Kardashians, like you are the Titanic. Actually, the Titanic looks like a better vacation right now, right? Like you're in trouble.
Well, her PR person said when she took that little cameo that she's been getting lots of offers and she's been filtering through them, and this one just felt right. And I'm like, nobody's offering her, anything.
anything. No.
Nobody's offering her anything. Her acting skills weren't that good. When Harry met her, she was in a rental home. She had a rental car. She'd been written off her show, or her contract was coming to an end, and God knows where she was going to go after that if she hadn't hooked Harry. So
Yes. Yeah, no, and it's not like she's some big huge. It wasn't like George Clooney married into the royal family. Like who's this broad? She's a nobody. She's number 6 on the call list.
yeah.
If you add up all of her scene time, I think it adds up to like an hour.
It was 2
Right?
hours and like 35 minutes for 9 seasons. She was on for like 2.5 hours.
Clearly groundbreaking character.
You know, they tried to revive that show on Netflix last year. It didn't do well and it's been canceled. Listen, her old co-stars from Suits already said they're no longer in touch with her. This whole thing now with Jessica.
Oh, let's talk about her. Oh yeah. Jessica Mulroney.
Jessica Mulroney never signed an NDA. Jessica Mulroney has known her for years. Jessica Mulroney was on her tour with Harry when they first announced she was pregnant because she asked for her to come along as her stylist. And then, of course, we had that white privilege thing, and Meghan walked away from Jessica Mulroney. And Jessica put out a few cryptic text messages about, who your real friends are and this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now Jessica and her husband, Ben, have separated, and Ben went on that podcast and said, it's my understanding that, their things are positive between them. And I'm thinking to myself that, first of all, that's hearsay, because I sincerely doubt you sat down and spoke with your wife about Meghan Markle. But it's pretty obvious to me that we heard Jessica was offered a book deal, and Meghan was like, this girl could really damage me. So I'm just going to go back to being her friend. I'm going to worm my way back. You would think Jessica wouldn't be stupid enough to do that, but apparently she did.
Well, Jessica Mulroney comes from a very, very rich family here in Canada.
Yes.
Now, this is what I'm not a Jessica fan. I'm not. I've heard too many stories. She's a hack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, especially on sets and stuff, because her husband was the #1 entertainment reporter here in Canada.
Yes.
On ETO. His dad, Brian Mulroney, was Prime Minister of Canada for like 12 years.
Right.
Like, as long as you get voted in here in Canada, you can be Prime Minister as long as people vote you in. There's no terms. Right. Brian Mulroney was buddies with King Chuck. So Ben and Harry and all them are friends.
Yeah.
Right? So he's not going to say anything because I fully believe he's still friends with Meghan and Harry. Now, this is just my theory. Jessica Mulroney comes from a very rich, prominent family. I don't know what it's like to be rich. I live in the hood. But I like to think rich people roll with rich people. And you can't be doing what Meghan's done to the Kardashians. That would be like Jessica turning on her. Like, I think Jessica would lose her status with her friends if she writes a book about Meghan. Does that make sense?
I have to be honest. I think she would write the book if the price was right. I mean, look at Harry. Harry got $20 million for writing his book. If she could make $20 million for writing her book, that's just the advance than like Harry got. Although Harry's book ended up being a financial fail, so he didn't get anything else. Do I think she would do it? The
only other thing is Ben Mulroney's sister is running for. I think she's in line to start running for prime minister. I know but that's Toronto. I live in Vancouver. So I know she's in the political world.
I was going to say, is this whole family in politics? Because I don't know anything about Canadian politics. I know nothing about Canadian politics.
I'm not great at politics, but I know she's in that realm on that side because I'm on West Coast. They're on East Coast.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that though, they've got kids. Right?
3.
So yeah, the twin boys who were super cute and they made that wedding. The girl, that's a whole different story.
Ivy.
But I'm just saying stuff rolls downhill. if she starts ragging on Megsy and writes this book,
Right.
it could affect the kids in the long run. Her sister-in-law, does that put a target on her back?
You know, when she did all that, when she did that whole white privilege row, she lost everything. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah. No, and it was worse than what people make it out.
yeah,
There's
she lost her
stuff going down here in
friends.
Canada. Like, you guys don't even know the half of what went down.
She had multiple shows. She lost her shows.
Yep.
I mean, she lost everything. But to be fair, if I remember this correctly, she apologized, but then sent a private message threatening to
Yeah.
sue. And she didn't even write the message correctly. It was like misspelled or something.
Yeah.
If I remember all
Well,
that.
sorry to interrupt you. So the issue is, so here in Canada, there's a show called The Social. So it's a panel show, similar to The View or whatever, but we're
Okay.
Canadian, we're nice. Under E-Talk, right? So
Right.
Ben Mulroney, E-Talk. I need a whiteboard. E-Talk. Now, Jessica did all like wardrobe and stuff. Now, when all this was going on, one of the panelists, I'm getting there, one of the panelists was the aunt to the girl that Jessica was bullying or writing all these things to. The creator.
Okay.
So her aunt's on a TV show.
Okay.
And one day, they just all let it out. They're like, Jessica's been a hag this whole time. Well, they didn't say her name, but they're like, because Ben got the boot from E-Talk, right? They said he stepped down.
I was going to say, didn't he step down in solidarity with his wife?
Got a payout. I think they paid him out to keep him quiet and said, you got to go.
Okay.
Man. So after he left, a bunch of people, I'll find the clip. They said, yeah, like the set was very toxic. It was very like walking on eggshells. When a certain person would show up here, like you hid underneath the desk, like the whole environment changed.
Wow.
So this one panelist who was the aunt to the Sasha girl who was getting bullied, and she was running for politics. She was running for like mayor or something, not prime minister, premier or something. She just went off. So there's a lot more to it than just Jessica. Some people are like, oh, well, Meghan just dumped Jessica for no apparent reason. No, there is a whole other
There's a whole other thing behind it.
Yes. But like I said, unless you lived here, you wouldn't hear about it.
No, I can barely keep up with the politics in the United States and all the crap going on, and ICE and Minnesota, and I just and to be fair, I try to stay out of that stuff. It literally is too much for me. I can't.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Right? I do this show, happy, joy, and that's it. But yeah, no, like one day I'll have to like do like a whole breakdown of all of it, right? But I don't know. Where do you think they go from here? What I mean, it's only the end of January, man. And I think I need to send Meghan and Harry a gift basket because it brought me to all you beautiful people. And I'm thankful. Damn it. So thank you, Sue, for being here. And everyone in the side chat. Sorry, I can't multitask. I can't walk and chew gum and talk to you and stuff. Like
you're like me.
Happen around here.
As I'm getting older, I'm having trouble keeping up.
Right. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm ignoring you. I'm not. It's just there's no expectations around here. So your prediction, what happens in February?
I don't think they're going to get the security. I think Harry is going to return for the 1 year for, kickoff for Invictus. He's already made it plain that he'd like to see his family. The family has made it plain they will not see him. I know that the UK put out they said they gave like $28 million towards Invictus. I think they should take that money because Birmingham is bankrupt. They're dimming the street lights at 10 o'clock. They're not picking up their trash. They've shut the library. Maybe they should take that money instead of Invictus and they should, bring their town up to speed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Why? I think he chose Birmingham intentionally. He wanted to go back to the UK. Every year the date changes for Invictus. I believe that the date was chosen intentionally because it's right when Camilla turns 80, and he invited his father already to Invictus, so that if they don't show up, he can say, "Well, I invited them 2 years ago. It's not a clash on the couch," even though it's Camilla's 80th birthday and there's all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
going
80.
on.
Like, that's a big
It's
deal.
a big
This is
one.
not like just normal number.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
So, I think this final loss with Ravik, when it happens, I think will be the final hoorah for Harry, because now he's like, I've had my Ravik review. I've been turned down. Security is gone. Our Netflix deal is gone. Netflix already said no to Cookie Queens. Netflix isn't taking any of their stuff. You know, Megan's like, this is so great. We can shop it around. Nobody else is interested in her stuff. She spent all of that time cultivating her relationship with the head of Paramount. She even went to Jamaica with them to a movie. Now he's no longer the head of Paramount. And Jeff Bezos may like her. I don't know if he likes her or not, but he's a businessman. And that's how he's become so
He's
wealthy.
making money. They don't make money.
Exactly.
They tank everything. Same with like this Girl Scout movie.
Right.
Well, I want to see it. This would be up my alley. This is something that I would watch with like not even them attached, right? I like those kind of documentaries.
Right. But
however, it's coming out more and more that this movie is actually like against the Girl Scouts.
Exactly. That's what I've heard.
And the parents being on the hook for, like, we both have kids and I'm sure we both fundraised, and what a pain in the butt. And I'd have to buy all these chocolate almonds. They're really good chocolate almonds, but I'd be like, oh my God, seriously.
I have boys, but I did sell cookies, but I was not a Girl Scout. I was a brownie. And I hate to tell you guys this, Meghan Markle was not a Girl Scout either. She was a brownie. She's wearing the brownie uniform, the same one I used to wear. And back then, we used to go door to door on our own. I used to go door to door in New York as a 6, 7-year-old on my own selling cookies. How dangerous was that?
Great. Well, my boys are in Scouts, still are in Scouts. They're big in the Scout world. So we sold apples at Thanksgiving outside a grocery store. Like, come on. Like, it's just so bad. It's not even cookies, but great popcorn. It was so good.
The thing that gets me about this whole Cookie Queen thing is they came along after the filming was done. They didn't have any creativity in it. She's talking like they were there from the beginning. They were not. They splashed their names, including the royal titles, which they agreed not to use for commercial gain, all over this movie. They hijacked the movie premiere. It was all about them, not the girls and the cookies. The theater wasn't even sold out. They did it in freaking Utah at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just Harry's getting a little bit of money here and there by going to these speaking gigs, like the real estate one that took place in Canada, and this one that's taking place in March. But that's the only income they have. I think we figured it up once. They need like $60,000 a month to pay all the bills, mortgage, power. You have lawn people, nanny, cook, maid, pool person, security. I mean, they need like $60,000 a month to live. Their friend Victoria, at first it was Tyler Perry was helping them, giving them free flights, free house to stay in, free everything. He got sick of it. Now it's Victoria Jackson who's giving them free flights, and you can stay in my brownstone in New York. But in the end, she's eventually going to realize that she's being used to, and they're going to try to move on to the next person. But the truth of the matter is they cannot afford their lifestyle. And millionaires like to hang out with other millionaires. They don't like people that are hangers on. She's a nobody, and Harry has nothing to his name except he's the son of Diana. That's it.
Well, and Harry, in People magazine, apparently wrote a foreword for something of National Geographic.
Correct.
Now, unless it was in crayon, I don't believe he wrote the foreword.
I don't believe he did either, but it was for Africa.
But it's very convenient that his dad's movie came out 2 days before that, and they had some big premiere deal, right? But his dad's always been into the earth and gardening and all that. That's his shtick.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, 2 days later, Harry's writing something about elephants in Africa. And the amount, I'm telling you, Sue, if this was a drinking game, we'd all be dead. The amount of times they mentioned his mother in this article. I seriously, like, every day I ask the chat, am I having a stroke? Because I'm reading the same, it's just the same regurgitated crap.
Excuse me. He is all, I mean, the truth of the matter is all he ever talks about is his mother. My mom, my mom, my mom did this. My mom was chased to her death. My mom, I have an awful lot of my mom in me. My mom, did you know Diana's my mom? My mom, my mom, my mom. This is all he has. And this is, I think this is a symptom of his mental illness because he seriously in his head is still the 12-year-old kid that walked behind his mother's coffin. And
this is where
he's never grown up.
No, and this is where I get mad that he shouldn't be the face of mental health.
No, he
If
shouldn't
you look
be.
up mental health in the dictionary, my face should be there.
He's a mental health problem with a drug abuse problem on top of it, which makes it even worse.
Right? Like, you're not healed. You need to feel to heal.
Exactly.
Right? And he just nope. Like, you're not like, you should be in counseling. But then you can't be the victim.
He has run Meghan Markle. He's run Diana's memory into the ground. 20 years ago, nobody would have thought to make jokes about Diana. Now everybody's making jokes about Diana. Jimmy Kimmel, did the princess and the penis, skit, talking about the cream, the Arden lip cream on the Todger. And everybody's now talking about how manipulative Diana was, and she manipulated the media. Nobody would ever say a nasty word about Diana until this happened with Harry. Now everybody's making jokes at Diana's expense.
She's become like a shtick.
She's become a shtick. Yeah.
With Megsy and the stupid limo, and you telling me you didn't know where that tunnel is? Everyone on Earth knows where that tunnel is.
Oh no, she's
exactly where it is. No, but I think people know.
It's just like the Taj Mahal. When she went to India that time, Harry said, "Do not take a picture in front of the Taj Mahal," and she looked right at Harry and goes, "What picture?" I mean, this is a college-educated woman who has a college degree in international studies. You're going to tell me she's never seen that picture? Of course she's seen the picture. She knew exactly where that tunnel was. She knows what she's doing. And the fact that Harry believes her just shows how addled his brain is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to make a dirty joke, but I can't. So.
Well,
I'll say it to you off camera.
Tell me off camera.
Yeah. Well, Sue, I don't want to keep you. We've been doing an hour, and I know you're busy and you're under Snowmageddon. So
we really am. It's still coming down.
I feel so bad. Like, I was like, can everyone come to Vancouver? Because
we're not good. I'm not good with snow, but I'll show you really quick. I tried.
We don't have any here.
Well, I tried to get the dog out. That did not go well. And here is a video that I just took. It'll be on my other channel.
Oh, let's plug you too. Everyone knows who you are, but we're going to say it.
Wait, watch this.
Sue
I tried to get the dog out. He went out. He took one look at that.
Nope.
And he said,
"Get me
nope.
out of here."
He ran right back.
What is that? Nope, like, I'm good. I'll hold it.
I was like, come on, dude. I mean, it is, you can't really tell in this video, but it is coming down. Yeah. And it has not stopped coming down since like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh. I feel bad for you, man.
Oh my God. We're stuck in the house. Like, we are literally not leaving the house. It's going to be going down below freezing at night. This is all going to freeze. And no,
you're going to be an ice rink. Yeah. Salt is your friend.
We don't have, I mean, I was, people have said that salt, and I was thinking like table salt. Like, I have a whole box of Morton's salt.
Whatever.
I don't know if that would work.
Salt. Yeah. Why not? Try it.
I mean, it's
right.
This is
you know
bad.
What we use here? Beets. We grind up beets and put it on the roads. The beets. You got beet juice? I'm not making this up.
No, I don't like beets, so we don't have any in the house.
Yeah, no, we grind up beets and it turns in, like, it melts the snow.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
That's what happens in Vancouver.
Well, I'm just trying to keep the dog warm, and we're hanging out, but no, it's still coming down quite heavily, and I don't foresee me leaving the house for like the next 4 to 5 days. So.
Did you stock up at the grocery store?
I am stocked.
Did you get what you needed, my friend?
Elbowing people out of the way. I'm like, give me that milk. Give me that bread. Yeah.
I'd be like grabbing all the wine.
I'm sure you know that, I think most people know that I stand well over 6 foot tall. And so I really tower over people. And so when I walk in and I'm like, excuse me. I mean, like, they don't want to move, I literally lean over them and grabbed what I need.
You're taller than me. I'm 5'10".
Oh no. I have a son. I have a son that stands 6'8". One of my sons.
I'm 6'4".
Yeah. Really.
I'm 16.
I'm very nice unless you get in my
Yeah.
way. When it's
Yeah, we
gonna
need you.
snow and I need milk and bread, get out of my way.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh, that's so awesome. So, Sue, where can everyone find you? I know everyone's here because of you, but
No,
let's plug
I'm
you.
on. I have my Sue Smith, but I also have the Secret Life of Sue, and this is where I put up my recipes, my pictures of my dog. We went to Naples last April for my 60th birthday, and I did underground Naples. I have we went to oh my god, we went to Pompeii. We went, all these places, and I put up the videos, and we're getting ready to go on another vacation relatively soon, sooner than you think, and I'll be putting those videos up. And
Fun.
I think we're going to hit Mexico,
Nice.
Cancun, and yeah, we're going to be going to yep.
That'll be fun. Are you going to go see like the pyramids? Like,
I don't know. I think I'm just going to go as far as the end of our room, because when you open the room, there's supposed to be an entrance to the pool there. It's what they call a swim up room. So
oh, cool.
I foresee
I'm
me.
excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited to
That'll
just
be
lay
fun.
there, and I love to read. I'm an avid reader, and so I foresee me laying there reading and not looking at Harry Meghan stuff for about a
Right.
week, taking a break. I need a mental break, and so I'm be taking one.
Yeah.
But my other channel has I have some great recipes. Resting Dollface will swear by my lemon cake. She loves lemon
I
cake.
love lemon cake.
Makes it all the time. I make everything from scratch on there. I show you how to make some dinners that literally will take you 3 minutes to make dinner. Easy crock pot recipes.
You're my kind of gal. I love to bake. I bake and bake.
Go
and bake
on there, and there's
that's my therapy. I'm a baker.
I show you how to make apple roses for dessert. They're really good.
That's fun. The Secret Life of Sue.
The Secret Life of Sue. Yes. And
That's
Finn, my dog, is my profile picture. My little rescue puppy is my profile picture.
Well, that sounds amazing. You got a new subscriber right here.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Go watch. Enjoy.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sue. I can't thank you enough for being here.
Oh, you're
thank
fine.
You so much. And thank you, everyone in the side chat. Sorry, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time and read out comments. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Make sure you go like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell 12. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.